Now, do I necessarily need to feel a pump to get a good workout? I mean, some people are, convinced.
Well, you will get some degree of pump no matter what kind of a program you follow, including heavy-duty, high-intensity training. I have had quite a few people report to me that they actually get a better pump. Because their body's nutritive equilibrium is not so upset by the gross overtraining, they tend to store more glycogen in the muscle, or keep more glycogen stored in the muscle with this type of training, and that's an important factor in the pump.
Right.
Is your body's nutritive equilibrium, how much glycogen you have in the body being one factor. But it doesn't matter whether you get a pump or not. Getting a pump is not a surefire sign or indication that you stimulated growth. If it was, Bill, then most of the bodybuilders who have been around for some time all of them would have 22-inch arms or more, because all bodybuilders get pumped every time they work out.
Almost.
But they don't grow every time they work out.
Okay, so I don't need to watch for a pump to know that I've got enough exercise. Because a lot of bodybuilders go to the gym and say...
I get that a lot. Let me elaborate on that just a little bit for the listener, because I get it from so very many people. The pump is only temporary. The pump is nothing more than the mechanical pumping of the blood and fluids into the muscle. They get into the muscle faster than they can exit. It feels good. You are bigger temporarily, but it goes away. Getting a pump is not necessary to stimulate muscle growth. There is something that goes on neuromuscularly on the last rep of a set carried to failure, which is very special. There is something that goes on physiologically once again in that particular phenomena that is responsible for flipping on the growth machinery inside the muscle cell. It has little or nothing to do with the pump.
Right.
I see bodybuilders get pumped all the time. I see very few bodybuilders who grow all the time.
Right.
And getting a pump was a surefire sign of growth stimulation. Every bodybuilder in the world would be spectacularly successful because they all get pumped, sometimes a little bit better than others.
Right. Yeah, I agree 100%. Now, what about a soreness is another thing that bodybuilders are often watched for to try to measure. I get pretty sore after these well-set workouts. Is that a good sign, or?
That's another. Well, here we're talking about feelings, an interesting philosophical phenomenon. Most people don't know how to identify their feelings anyway. This is a conceptual theory of bodybuilding. It's not a theory or system or guideline based on feelings or instincts. Nobody knows what produces or causes muscular soreness. No one really knows quite what it is except that it hurts. Because no one knows what it is, it shouldn't figure centrally into an individual's thinking. It should not affect the way they guide their training efforts even slightly. I mean, how could you anyway? If you didn't get sore after a given workout, what do you do the next workout? Bend over backwards so you get sore? Right? If you don't get sore, then what the hell are you going to do the next workout? Try to get sore? For what reason? If getting sore, Bill, was an absolute requirement or an indication that growth, or if getting sore was a requirement of getting bigger, of stimulating growth, I never would have been Mr. Universe because I almost never got sore.
Really?
The only time I got sore, and this is true for most people, including you, 99.9%, if not 100% of all of you, most people only get sore after a layoff, or if they make a radical change in their exercises, or if they include exercises that involve more stretching. Haven't you that your chest gets very sore when you add dumbbell flies, when they stretch in the extended position?
Definitely.
You don't have to get sore after a workout. Getting sore is not a sign that you did anything positive for yourself. It just hurts.
So it is...
Don't worry about the pump and don't worry about soreness. They are feelings that are not all that important. Okay,
so either one of them, you might get a pump, you might not. You might get sore and you might not from an effective workout.
Yeah, if you're gauging your workouts by your feelings, by whether or not you're getting a pump or getting sore, then you're addicted to those feelings.
Right.
What you should be guided by is not feelings which you're barely able to identify the significance of, but by your knowledge. Your knowledge of the theory of high-intensity training, the one and only possible valid theory of productive bodybuilding exercise.